believe the regular season's done. Some of those games I can barely remember, but we did it. We made the playoffs. And tonight, I make my postseason debut. I wasn't sure I'd be here as a rookie, but I can't wait to see what this team can do. Like KG said, anything's possible. So let's go chase that title.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round one, game one. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Bucks with possession here. Down by 15. Bayless. The first. Recently, we sat down with Freak to discuss his NBA future as a free agent this offseason. You know, Clark, it sounds like he hasn't ruled out the possibility of exploring his options.
And I'd agree with you, Kevin, and nor should he. I mean, free agency is a big decision, but it's also a huge opportunity for any player. One of the greatest opportunities a player can have in his career. So I think it makes sense, and it's prudent to take your time, evaluate your options, and see where you think you might want to land.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Freak in at shooting guard. Plumlee out there with John Henson. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Bayless in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Johnson. Richardson, no luck.
Well, smooth around the rim definitely is not the word I'd use to describe him. He's got some rough edges to him.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
It's Dragic with the drive. This is the Bucks. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 4th assist in this one.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Now here's Freak. Richardson covered. And it's Freak missing. Miami leading by 16. Here's Johnson. The shot no good. Plumlee with some nice D. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Freak. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. In a moment now to show you some of the league's leaders from the regular season. This time, the top rebounders at the small forward position. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Bosch. Stoudemire comes in for Joe Johnson. Luol Deng is checked in for Winslow. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Richardson.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Carter Williams dishes to Freak. Shoots. And he hits the jump shot. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Down low, here's Wade. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 5 assists tonight.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the board are your heat dancers, Liberia. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Freak. So as we can...
Hey, Kevin, I've got...
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this. And some changes here for the Bucks. Henson's checked in for Parker. And Freak subbed in for Chris Middleton. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. And it's Dang in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Henson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Luol Deng. For Milwaukee, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. That's good from Henson. And he can't hit the second. The Heat leading by 9. Wade kicks to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bosh sets the pick for Wade. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Plumlee out there with Mayo. Then it's Greg Monroe. And it's Bayless in at the 1 spot. And so it's Miami winning this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in this.
We got to forget about that one.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Luol Deng. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the... And we are still early in the postseason. There's more round 1 action of the NBA playoffs coming your way.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to... I do it.
Same motion, just a different day. Out here trying to get it, each and every way. Mama need a house, baby need some shoes. Times are getting hard. Guess what I'ma do? Hustle, 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 hard, hustle, 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 hard, hustle, hustle, hard. Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard. And I big bank in my pocket, double up with my profit.
As for this...
talent they have on that team.
This all started here. Yep. Salutations.
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court.
Got 125 on the dash.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. Almost ready for tip-off, but first a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked, defense. Kenny, who are the most impressive defenders in the NBA right now?
Well, defense doesn't get overlooked by championship teams, and I'm going to name some guys who either played on championship team or contenders. Kawhi Leonard, defender, on the wing.
Got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Ready? I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This their first chance. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Lopez. Scola comes in for Young. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Bogdanovich. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Shumpert comes in for Channing Frye. Freak's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Freak in at shooting guard. LeBron James is out there with Chris Anderson. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Dellavedova in at the point guard. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's James. Misses the 3.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Shot by Jack, wide open, and again, no good by Brooklyn. Cavaliers leading. Shumpert passes to Anderson. Here's LeBron, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. James has got his second bucket tonight.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside Scola. Hollis Jefferson passes to Kilpatrick. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Hollins can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Puts up a 3. No luck. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. They double him with Freak. The dish to Hollins. True on the 14-footer. Hollins has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Here's Freak. No good off the back of the rim. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Jack. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live out.
Brooklyn's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. On the court for Cleveland, Freak in a 2-guard. Tristan Thompson is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hollis Jefferson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Here's Freak. And that one goes long.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead back up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
Irving kicks to Freak. And the shot falls short this time. Nets leading by 6. Here's Hollis Jefferson. It's taken away by Smith. Irving attacking. And then Smith with the dunk.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. The shot is off. Good D by Lopez. Brooklyn's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Jack with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Dishes to Young. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lopez. Takes it off the glass. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
1:36 left here in the second. They double him with Freak. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
They double him with Freak. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And it's Freak missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Shots good from Young.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Cleveland moving it around. Here's Freak. And another miss by Cleveland.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? And we already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
Irving against Jack. Here's Freak. Fades. The shot is off.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Nets lead by 14. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Back to the action now. It's been a one-team show. For the Nets, Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Lopez. Ryan Hollins comes in for Thaddeus Young. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Then for the Cavaliers, Shumpert, who's checked in for Fry. Freak comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Ryan Hollins is out there at Bogdanovich. Then it's Dallenberg. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. The feed to Bogdanovich. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Kilpatrick, covered by LeBron. Hollis Jefferson passes to Hollins. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Freak. And Hollins pulls it down.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Screen by Dallenberg. Here's Bogdanovich. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. Bogdanovich has got 5 points in the quarter. Cleveland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Freak. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pass to Kilpatrick. The three-pointer off the mark.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And a wide-open look for Freak. No good on the triple.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
27 seconds left here in the third quarter. There's a good screen. Dallenberg passes to Hollis Jefferson. Over to the wing. Here's Bogdanovich. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge... And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Dallenberg comes in for Jarrett Jack. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson, he's checked in for Fry. Thompson comes in for LeBron. Shumpert, he's checked in for Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Freak, he's in at the point. Tristan Thompson is out there with Jefferson. Then there's Chris Anderson, and it's Shumpert in at the 2. Now here's Freak, defended by Young. Here's Freak. And another miss by Cleveland.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backcourt. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and looks as a gaudy win for the Nets.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Cavaliers.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Young. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And it's Freak missing.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Sean Kilpatrick. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. And that's going to be a turnover. They call for 8 seconds.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Augustine. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about.
Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.